Every single year, it's estimated that over 250,000 sea turtles are accidentally caught and killed by industrial fishing nets. Every single day, thousands more ingest the plastic we throw away, a fatal meal they mistake for food. This isn't a slow, natural decline. It is a systematic, global slaughter of one of the oldest and most resilient creatures on Earth. We see the heartbreaking images, we hear the statistics, but we have fundamentally misunderstood the scale of the problem. We think we are merely using a beautiful animal. The horrifying truth is, we are on the verge of switching off 3 of the ocean's most critical life support systems. We are about to run a thought experiment, based on hard science, to show you what will happen to our oceans and our coastlines on the day after the last sea turtle dies. The result is not just sad, it is an apocalypse. For the ancient sea turtle, the modern ocean has become a minefield. This is a crime scene spanning the globe. Let's examine the weapons. In the open ocean, a translucent plastic bag, a ghost of our consumption, drifts silently. To a leatherback turtle, whose brain is genetically hardwired over eons to hunt the ethereal forms of jellyfish, this is food. The turtle, driven by an instinct it cannot fight, consumes the plastic. The deception is lethal. The bag blocks its digestive system, creating a false sense of fullness while its body starves. Recent studies indicate that 100% of sea turtles now have plastic in their stomachs. They are dying from the inside out, their bellies full of our discarded convenience. Miles away, a super trawler scrapes the ocean. Its net, a curtain of mesh kilometers wide, is a wall of death, brutally efficient but utterly indiscriminate. A critically endangered hawksbill turtle, migrating along an ancient route, becomes entangled. For an air-breathing reptile, panic sets in. It thrashes against the unyielding ropes, its lungs burning, but it is being dragged deeper. For them, the net is not a trap, it is a drowning machine. And if a turtle survives this gauntlet, a final trial awaits on the land where it was born. First, imagine the natural ritual. A massive female loggerhead, in a trance-like state, hauling her body onto a dark, moonlit beach. She digs her nest with patient, ancient rhythm. But now, picture a different beach, lined with hotels and condos, blazing with a galaxy of artificial lights. The lights completely overwhelm the turtle's internal compass. Confused, stressed, she abandons her nesting attempt and retreats to the sea, a generation lost. For her hatchlings, the lights are a death trap. Instead of instinctively scuttling towards the gentle, low light of the moon over the ocean, they are fatally drawn in the opposite direction, towards the siren call of a hotel parking lot, where they are crushed by cars, eaten by predators, or die from dehydration under the morning sun. A creature that navigated the globe by magnetic fields is now lost in a sea of our light and plastic. But the death of the turtle is only the beginning of the horror. Now, the planet itself begins to pay the price for their absence. Let us imagine a world where the last sea turtle has vanished. The ecological chain reaction would be swift, brutal, and would alter the very chemistry and structure of our oceans. We begin in the vast, shallow seagrass meadows, the rainforests of the sea. These meadows are critical nurseries for a third of the ocean's most valuable fish species and absorb enormous amounts of CO2. But they must be constantly mowed to stay healthy. The green sea turtle is their primary farmer. Without the turtle's constant grazing, the seagrass grows too long and dense. It blocks sunlight from reaching the lower blades, which then begin to rot, fostering disease. A once vibrant underwater city, a bustling metropolis of life, slowly suffocates, turning into a barren, silty wasteland. The first link in the food chain is not just broken, it is annihilated. In the open ocean, another nightmare unfolds. The giant leatherback turtle is a biological marvel, one of the very few creatures on Earth that can withstand the stings and consume massive quantities of jellyfish. Without its primary predator, jellyfish populations already exploding due to climate change and overfishing would detonate on a global scale. Imagine our coastal waters no longer filled with diverse fish, but with a silent, pulsating, gelatinous biomass. Imagine fishing nets clogged not with fish, but with a stinging, worthless mass.
Every time.
An ocean once defined by complex vertebrates now regresses to a world dominated by a single, primitive creature. And the final, cruelest irony? The very beaches we love, the sandy coastlines we build our homes upon, would begin to vanish. Dune ecosystems are incredibly fragile. Their stability depends on the hardy dune grasses that hold the sand in place. And that grass, for centuries, has relied on a hidden gift from the sea, the nutrients from thousands upon thousands of sea turtle nests. The hatched eggshells, the unhatched eggs, the fluids left behind they are a massive fertilizer bomb from the ocean. Without the turtles, the dune grass starves. Without the grass, the dunes are swept away by wind and waves. And without the dunes, our coastlines are left utterly defenseless against erosion and rising seas. The rainforests of the sea have choked to death. The oceans have been conquered by a gelatinous plague. The coastlines themselves are dissolving. 3 critical life support systems, all dismantled because we failed to save one ancient, seafaring architect. The evidence is clear. The consequences are catastrophic. The story of the sea turtle is not a gentle plea for conservation. It is a blaring siren, a final warning of systemic collapse. And the verdict is that we are the cause. Our negligence, our convenience, our inaction.
This way, little ones, towards the water. That's it, keep going.
But just as we are the cause, we must be the solution. This is not a battle that has already been lost. All over the world, a new generation of guardians is rising. Teams of volunteers who walk the beaches at night, physically shielding hatchlings from artificial lights on their desperate run to the sea. Scientists who develop turtle-safe fishing gear with escape hatches. Rescue organizations that perform complex surgeries to remove plastic from a turtle's gut and then release it, scarred but alive, back into the wild. From reducing our use of single-use plastics to supporting sustainable seafood and demanding responsible coastal development, the solutions are within our grasp. The sea turtle navigated the world's oceans long before we built our first boat. It is a living map of our planet's deep, resilient history. Its shell is a mosaic of time, and its journey a testament to survival against all odds. To allow its ancient journey to end on our watch would be more than an extinction. It would be a confession. A confession that our modern world has become a force more careless than any asteroid, more final than any ice age. Saving the sea turtle is no longer about saving an animal. It is about deciding if we are finally ready to save ourselves.